Hi folks, and welcome back to the Grumpy Gamer channel. That's it, you guessed it. This is that channel where you get to see this old git talk about modern games. So for today's in-car comments on this very wet and horrible day. Beautiful. Don't you just love British wintertime? So anyway, for today's in-car comments, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Sony. Not that they even know I exist, but congrats to Sony for winning Best Gaming Hardware of the Year, which is for the PSVR2. Obviously, I love the PSVR2. I think it's fantastic. So fair play for them getting that award. Also, they've got Best VR Game with Call of the Mountain. Yeah, okay. That I was a little bit puzzled about, but I'm pretty sure I understand why it did get this award for Best VR Game. And I think it's because, I mean, for me, it's a pretty simple VR game. It is pretty simple. It's a lot of climbing. Probably 95% of it is just climbing, up rock faces, ropes, that sort of thing. And then there's a bit of sort of on rails shooting with the bow and arrow, where you literally just sort of strafe left and right when you're trying to fight a bellowback or whatever. So I understand it, because it is a good game for people that are new to VR. You know, for us sort of veterans, if you like. Yeah, it's a little bit simplistic. I did enjoy the game. The only downside I had with that game was the fact that when you use your right thumbstick to turn left and right, it's a bit juddery. Other than that, the game's pretty flawless, to be fair, for what it is. So I do understand, though, why it's won this award, like I say, because it's a great game for newcomers to VR. You know, we had the same sort of thing with the PSVR1, I think VR Worlds, I think that came out, if I remember rightly, around the time of the release of the PSVR1. And that had a few sort of short games on it. London Heist, I think, was one of them. Then it had the shark cage diving, which was great. Loved that one. Some of you may know I'm a massive shark fisherman. I love going shark fishing. So for me, that cage diving one was right up my alley. Definitely, 100%. So yeah, there were lots of little simple things. There was one called the luge, where you literally just had to turn your head from left to right as you're trying to dodge cars. That was it for that game. There was another, I think, sort of header game, I think, if I remember rightly. And then there was one where you're in space and you were hopping amongst asteroids and stuff. So this is sort of that, but for the PSVR2, I think, Call of the Wild. So fair play for winning that one, Best VR Game. So on to the rest of those were the Golden Joystick Awards. Now we're looking at the actual Game Awards of the Year, and the contenders we have for Game of the Year, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. The nominations we've got for that at the Game Awards are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now for me, I think the game that's going to win that is Baldur's Gate 3. I think it's a fantastic game. I haven't finished it yet. I've done about 75 hours in it. I've still got plenty to do. I think that's going to win it. I'd be surprised if Alan Wake wins it. It's a great game, absolutely bonkers game, as I've said in previous videos. It is a great game. I don't think it's Game of the Year, personally. The same with Spider-Man 2. Yes, good game. Spider-Man. I don't think it should win Game of the Year, personally. I don't think Spider-Man 2 should. Resident Evil 4, well, that's a remake anyway. Great game, and I cannot wait for the VR mode to come out this winter, sometime this winter. I don't think it's going to come out before Christmas. I think we're probably looking January or February, which is a shame. I would love to get my hands on it as soon as possible. But yeah, I can't see that winning Game of the Year because it's already a remake. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I haven't played it. I haven't got a Switch, so I can't really comment on that at all. Same with Legend of Zelda. I know it's had rave reviews. And from what I'm picking up about the game, I don't think it'll win. I would be surprised if that won Game of the Year. So it still falls back to me for Baldur's Gate 3. If you haven't played that game and you've got a PlayStation, you should definitely check it out. It is a great game. Yes, it's turn-based combat, but hey ho, that's Dungeons and Dragons for you, you know. So it's not your traditional type of game for consoles, that sort of thing. It's soon to be coming out on Xbox, so if you've only got an Xbox, then yeah, definitely check it out when it does arrive on the Xbox. It is worth it. It's a fabulous game. You know, the voice acting is the best I've heard in any game ever, and that's with over 40 years gaming experience. Definitely the best voice acting of any game I've ever played. So that's it today, folks. Only a quick short video. Just wanted to talk about the awards we got coming up. I mean, there's loads more coming. There's Baldur's Gate 3 has actually been nominated for 7 different awards, so I'm sure it's going to pick up more than just one. I reckon it's going to pick up 2 or 3 personally. I think it's also going to win Best RPG, and it's up against, that's where Starfield did get 1 nomination at the Game of the Year Awards, and it was nominated for Best RPG. Yeah, I can't see that. Can't see that. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to take that as well, personally. But hey, these are just my thoughts, folks. Let me know down in the comments what you think is going to win Game of the Year. What other games you think are going to be successful at the Game Awards, because I'd love to see your points of view. So until next time, folks, I shall see you guys on the other side. Adios.